Hi and welcome to another Take Better Photos iPhone photo idea. My name's Dean Holland and in this video we're going to show you some of the best new features of the new camera app in iOS 8. Now its strongest new feature is new control for brightness. So I'm standing in a scene that is tricky to get the brightness right. We've got a huge range of brightness here, but my eyes can cope with it. I can see detail in the bright areas outside and the dark areas inside. But the camera we're filming on can't cope with that. It's just getting me right and losing the outside. Let's see how the same scene looks on the iPhone. Now here on the iPhone, I'm coming out too dark. It's paying more attention to the bigger area of bright window that it can see outside. And to get the things you want at the right brightness on the phone, we've always been able to just tap on the thing you want. And if we tap on the brighter areas, the picture goes darker. It's setting the focus and the brightness on that brighter part of the scene. And you can see all the clouds outside, but now I've become a silhouette. If you want to get me right, you tap on me. But still I'm not quite at the right brightness. And the way we've always had to fix this in the past is to tap somewhere even darker, maybe the dark areas by my feet. And that really brightens up the whole scene. But now the focus is set on the wrong place because the focus and the brightness are locked together. Or they always were, but now they're not. Here's the way you can fix this with the brand new brightness control in iOS 8. Here's the way it works. You tap on the thing that you want to get in focus. And now if you just drag up anywhere on the screen, you can change the brightness. By dragging upwards, it gets brighter, and look how bright you can make it go. If you drag down, it gets darker, and you can make me into a complete silhouette. And you just judge by eye to get the brightness that you want on the scene. And when you've got it right, you just tap to take the picture. But when you take a picture, it resets the brightness, and you've caught it at the right brightness, but now it's reset back to where it wanted to start. In iOS 8, I find myself making much more use of the brightness lock, and here's how it works. You tap and hold on the thing you want to get the focus right for. The box does a little shimmy, and then you get that AEAF lock in yellow up the top. That's warning you that the focus and the brightness are now locked. But now you can scroll up to get the brightness right to the scene you want, and now you can take as many pictures as you like, and both brightness and focus are now locked. Now to release that lock, you just tap somewhere else on the screen, and it reverts back to how it wanted to shoot in the first place. Just a couple of technical limitations of this brightness control. Firstly, it has a huge range. It can make the scene 15 times brighter or darker. That's 4 stops in photographic jargon. And because it's a genuine exposure compensation, it's changing the camera's settings, it can bump against the edge of the settings the camera has, and then it just doesn't work. So here in a dark spot, we're dragging up the brightness, but nothing changes because the camera's already doing everything it can to brighten up the scene. It's got no more settings left. Now another thing to watch out for if you're turning up the brightness is that the camera may be taking longer over the pictures, or in dim light it may make the pictures more speckly. So you have to watch out for wobbles or speckliness if you're in dim light. Now they're just limitations of all cameras, and the phone is picking those up now that it's working as a manual camera too. And that's the way you tend to shoot in the new iOS 8. Tap and hold on the thing you want, set the brightness by dragging up or down, and take a whole bunch of pictures and tap to release. There's also the new self-timer. That's the clock symbol up the top. Tap on that and you see it comes in 2 flavors, 3 and 10-second delays. We'll go with the 10-second delay. Then you can lock focus and brightness if you want to. You don't need to. You can just shoot. And you'll get the countdown. If you've messed up the timing, just tap again to interrupt that. But let's go with a shot and see how it goes. You'll see the countdown, but the people viewing the phone will see the flash blinking. And it blinks slowly at first. When there's 3 seconds left, it starts to blink faster. On the imaginary 7th blink, it takes the photo. And that's all there is to the timer. There's also the new time-lapse feature by swiping right. That records a movie that speeds everything up. Now during the shoot, the phone does respond to changes in the brightness of the scene, but just tap and hold before you shoot if you prefer to lock the brightness, then just tap to shoot. Now we've got the phone locked down on a tripod to help keep everything steady, and sensibly the phone doesn't change the focus throughout this shoot, so these people coming towards us won't affect it. Now we shot for about 3 minutes, so we'll cut to the end. When you feel you've caught enough of the action, just tap the red square to finish. And when you tap at the bottom left, it makes the movie. We'll speed that bit up so you can jump to the final thing. It speeds everything up by a fixed amount, 20 times. So a minute is squeezed into just 3 seconds. This works well for clouds and people, but if you want more flexibility to choose how much it's speeded up, try one of these apps instead. You're watching another Take Better Photos iPhone photo idea, and you can see more tips, tricks and opinions at www.takebetterphotos.com.au. Thanks for watching.